There are moments where I act like I'm over it, like I've moved on, and it still doesn't affect me as much. Uh, when I talk, when I'm busy, but when it's late at night and my mind starts to get quiet, memories of her show up in ways I don't control, like not dramatically, just it's like a thought that if I smell something, if I hear something, it just automatically reminds me of her. And that's just what makes it the hardest part about missing you. It's just missing what felt like it was real when things still had potential, when nothing was confirmed, but something still felt possible. The space where I was imagining more than what actually existed. I got so attached to the idea of just you that I never fully thought of how it would be if we actually made it work. And I just can't seem to let go. Because it's not that I miss you, it's just the whole future I built in my head, conversations that never happened, outcomes that never existed, a timeline that basically just lived in my head, something that was just out of a movie, just it was never real. It was just an imagination. What's worse was that there was never an ending to it. No matter no matter how hard I wanted it to be you, it just couldn't. There was no moment where I could just point to it and say, that's when it stops. It's like it just faded slowly. There was less replies, less clarity, less certainty, and my mind just kept trying to fill in the gaps, even after reality hit me and stopped giving me anything to work with. I still catch myself thinking of you. Uh, Not because I want to change them, but because I keep searching for meaning in them. Like I understand why it mattered so much to me, why I didn't let go when I probably should have. The truth is, I don't blame you. I don't even see you as someone who did something wrong. It was more of an understanding and just two people not aligning the same way. But even without the blame, it still leaves something behind. Some days I feel fine. Other days, small things bring me back. You know, it's just a random reminder I wasn't expecting. And suddenly I'm thinking about things I thought I had left behind. Maybe I'm not stuck on you specifically. Maybe I'm just stuck on how it felt to care that much about someone and not know what would happen. The feeling it doesn't disappear because time passes. It's carrying something without letting it control you anymore, and I'm not fully there yet. I'm not where I used to be either, but if I had to say one more thing to you, it's just that even though you hurt me a lot and you probably don't think as much as you do anymore, I would do anything for us to try one more time. You mattered more than I knew how to handle at the time, and I'm still just figuring out how to accept that without letting it define me. I hope wherever you are and whoever you're with is treating you amazing, and I hope life's treating you as well. As for me, I'm just still learning to grow. I'm still trying to let time do it. I can't force it, and slowly I think it is. I don't hate you. I don't even feel anger towards you. If anything, I think that's what makes it hard for me to let go because there's just nothing for me to hate about you. You just made everything so sweet. You made everything so funny, and you just really deeply cared about me, and I cared about you too. It's just there's too much thoughts of what ifs. I still find myself comparing sometimes, not even on purpose, just noticing how certain moments feel different from when they used to feel back then. It's like my mind is just scaling everything against a memory that doesn't even exist anymore. And I hate that I still do that because it makes me feel like I haven't grown as much as I should have. But I also know that there's some days you're fine and some days you're not. And at the same time, part of me still wishes things went differently. Not necessarily that you changed or that I changed, but that timing was differently. That we met at a point where things were better, where I could have been more and, we could have aligned better. But even that thought is just another form of me holding on. There's sometimes where I have thoughts of us meeting in 10 years and we're both in a coffee shop and we start catching up again. And that's just where the thought ends. Because I don't want to have basically another future in my head where it's just not real either. Maybe, maybe that's all it has to mean. Still, I catch myself thinking about you a lot actually. It's like you're still a part of my everyday life, even though you're long, long gone. That's the strangest part, because how can someone stop being present in your life but not fully? I don't think I always feel like this. I hope one day I stop, but if it mattered to you, I I still deeply do care about you. I'm just letting this lingering feeling exist for now. I'm not trying to move on. I'm not trying to replace you. I'm just letting time do its thing. Maybe one day, maybe one day I'll think about you and it won't feel as heavy as it does now. It'll probably just feel like that you were just something that happened in my life that I just learned from. Until then, I'm just still here trying to figure it out. What it was, how it was once being in your life and mattering so much to you and how you mattered so much to me. A part of me still looks back on our funny conversations. I'm not trying to rewrite the past anymore. I'm just trying to basically outgrow the version of me that's just waiting for you to come back. Because I know that you're not. Because there's moments where I think about everything and it just doesn't hit the same anymore. It still exists in my memory, but it doesn't control my mood the way it once did. It feels like something I carried quietly instead of something that carries me. Healing doesn't feel like a big moment where everything just suddenly changes. It's more like waking up and and it just hurts less than it did before. Then weeks pass and you notice you're not thinking about it as often. Then one day it just becomes something you can think about without falling into. That's where I think I'm heading. I think I'm heading to the part where you'll still, I'll still think about you from time to time, but the story that we once had, that book is closed. That book had its course and it ended. I am finally reaching a point where it will no longer hold me in this place. So, if I had to close this, I wouldn't say I'm completely over you yet, but I wouldn't say it never affected me. I just say that I'm still here, still growing, and I'm grateful for all the things you taught me and all the stuff we did together and on the conversations we had. That if I had to do it all over again, I would, without a doubt. If I can go back in time and do it all over again, even though I knew how the ending would play out and there was nothing I could do about it, I would do it a million times over again. You mattered a lot more to me than you thought you did. You were honestly the joy in my life through the rough moments of my life, and it sucks thinking that you're gone now and that you're someone else's girlfriend. You're no longer a problem on my hands, but that problem was one of the best things to ever happen to me. I still hope that 10-year reunion is true, and this time I hope my imagination becomes a reality.